Tammy. Welcome to today's exercise designed to help awaken and cultivate an awareness of your beautiful body. So let's get started, and we'll start by just shaking, waking everything up, feeling every nook and cranny of the body as we get started. You might want to widen the legs a little bit if that's comfortable. Just shaking, letting everything go. And then drop one arm and keep shaking, letting the shoulder hang really loose. And then we'll do the other side as well. Really heavy arm. And then come back. You can feel the shake in your ankles, in your knees, in your pelvis, all the way up to your shoulders and neck. And then if you can, you might want to try going on the balls of your feet and going up and down, shaking on the toes. Side to side, and then coming back down and seeing if you can go from front to the balls of your feet, back to the heels. Front to the balls of the feet, back to the heels a few times. And then a little bit from side to side with your feet flat on the ground, just getting a sense of yourself in space from side to side, nice grounded feet. And then we'll come to still and just take a couple of deep breaths, feeling the energy already looser throughout the body. Nice deep breath. Feeling the air rise up your chest and on the out breath down and out. Okay, so now we can place our hands on the hips and we're going to lift one leg you can, and then just do some slow and nice ankle rolls in one direction. Trying to keep the hips square, not leaning too much to the side, and then the other direction. And then we'll do the other ankle. So just lift it up a little bit, rotate in one direction, and then in the other. Okay, bringing the feet back down a little wider than hip width. We'll keep one foot on the ground, bring the other foot onto the toes, and then we're going to rotate the knee. So keeping everything else stable around the hips and just rotating the knee in one direction. And go really slow if you have any kinks in the knee. You can always go back and forth according to your instinct just to work out anything loose. Go in the other direction. And then we'll do the other side. So you'll notice that as we rotate the knee, we're also stretching out the inner hip. So be mindful of that and be careful if there's anything there that's catching or hurting. Just go nice and easy, one direction then the other. Okay, now we're going to bring our legs a little bit wider and bring our hands to the back of, to your lower back. So palms facing the back, the lower back. And then we're just going to rotate the pelvis. So keeping the rest of the body relatively stable. So we're focusing on the rotation of the pelvis. Slow and gentle, working out any kinks you might find in the lower back. This can be an area of a lot of tension. Feeling the hands touching your lower back, offering stability and comfort and warmth. And other way, you can even try tracking your breath. So inhaling forward, exhaling back. And stay with this as long as you need. If this is an area that needs some attention, you might want to pause the video and do this a little longer. Okay, great. And then we're going to bring our hands to the shoulders. So the fingers are forward, the thumbs are along the back of the shoulder. And we're going to do some shoulder rolls. So up, down, 3 more times. So inhaling up, exhale down, inhale up, exhale down, inhale up, exhale down, and then we're going to do the reverse. So inhaling back and up, exhale down, inhale up, down, and 2 more times. Nice flat back, flat neck. Okay, hands by the side. We're going to stretch our neck a little bit. So we're going to inhale and breathe, bringing your head to the left, as far back as it will go without stretching, slow and gentle. Exhale to the right. So we're making like a semicircle here. You can almost carve it with your nose. Inhale left. Exhale right. Inhale left. And exhale right. Coming forward, sitting with that as we've stretched a lot of the major joints of the body. And then let's further start swaying again. So we're doing a very nice overarching twist and sway, a great twist for the back. Just let the arms hang and fall wherever they go. We're rotating here from the hips, but we're also extending the spine, noticing it straight and tall, letting the shoulders be loose, but the chest is out. And just back and forth. You might find it gets a little bit easier to twist farther as you go and loosen things up even more. And when you're ready, let's be a little bit more intentional about the arms and where we're placing them. So we'll try to hit the lower back area with a little bit more pressure. So feeling the hands make contact with this part of the body, really awakening the hips, the pelvis, the lower back, kind of sparking it into life. Notice that feeling. And then we'll raise the hands a little bit higher, so we're hitting more like the kidneys and the mid-back here, just above the lower back, the lumbar arch. And when you're ready, a little bit higher, so we're kind of more in the mid-back and chest range, a little bit up from the bottom of the ribs. And then finally, if you can, bring your hands up to the shoulders. And just lightly tap the shoulders, but with enough force that you're really feeling the contact and awakening that area. Okay, great. And now we'll just do a couple of general twists again, letting the arms fall freely where they will. And then let it all go. And then you can widen your stance even a little bit more with your toes pointing out, and let your arms rest with your palms facing forward. And again, let's take a nice couple of deep breaths, just feeling all that energy we've created, just swimming throughout your entire body, from the top of your head to the tips of your toes. Notice you might feel a little bit longer, like you're taking up more space. Breathing in and breathing out. Okay, now we're going to bring the feet a little bit closer in, a little bit wider than the hips, making sure that your feet are facing forward, parallel to each other. And we're just going to, again, notice the sense of space as we go from side to side. You can either keep your eyes open and then fix in an unfixed kind of way a few feet ahead of you, or close them if you'd like. And just get a sense of what your body wants from you. Does it want you to go from side to side? Does it want you to go maybe a little bit forward or back? And then once you've kind of experimented with all these sides, see if you can find that happy middle, that really nice, tall sense of standing straight. Feet flat on the ground. You might need to adjust your pelvis a little bit, or your knees, to make sure that you're not overarching your back. You want a nice sense of your chest and torso riding directly over your pelvis, your shoulders in line, your head and neck right over your spine. So you're standing nice and tall. And just notice how that feels. Now that that we have a sense of the space within ourselves, we're going to try to open up the space a little bit outside ourselves. So bringing the feet a bit wider with the toes pointing out. We're going to bring the palms facing out, and then inhale, bring the arms up. This is a nice shoulder stretch as well, over the head, touching palm to palm if you can. And then bring the palms out and lower on an exhale. Inhale up. Exhale down, making sure not to hyperextend the knees, so there's a slight micro bend in the knees. Inhale up. Exhale down. Now we're going to do the same thing but add a little bit of movement. So we're going to inhale up in the exact same way. And as we exhale down, we're going to lower the knees and scoop like we're grabbing some soil from the earth, and just cross and then bring it back up, raising the legs. Exhale down and scoop. We're bending forward from the hips, not hunching the back. Relatively straight back, you can look down. Inhale up. And exhale down. Okay, great. And then from here, now that we've opened up this space and feeling the connection of our body between our skin and the space around us, which is also a part of who we are, we're going to bring our hands, taking all that wonderful space from the energy around us into our hearts, whichever way feels more natural to you, but one palm over the other. And just take a nice deep breath. And then on an inhale, we're going to stretch our arms wide out, moving the chest a little bit forward. So bringing the shoulder blades together behind you. And exhale, bring the other palm to touch your heart, other one on top. Inhale out, stretching, opening the chest. You can even look up and back a little bit, arching your neck. And exhale back, other palm first, touching the heart. Inhale, open wide, stretching, arching the whole spine. And exhale back. And one more time, inhale out. Feel yourself opening up to the space around you, and then gathering all of that nice energy into your heart. Great. Now we're going to stand once again with our feet a little bit wider than hip width, parallel, so your toes pointing forward. And this time we're going to bend our knees, not a lot, but just a little, whatever's comfortable, so that you feel like you have a straight body with nice alignment. So head, neck, shoulders over the pelvis. And as you stand here, taking a couple of deep breaths, just notice how grounded you feel. After all this work, how strong your legs are as they're supporting your body as you move through this life. Notice your feet connected to the ground, which is connected to the earth, providing you with all of this support for your legs, making you feel nice and strong, and feel a real sense of wholeness throughout your whole body as you mobilize in this really gentle but powerful way to stand within yourself. Again, you can have your eyes closed or open in an unfixed way a few feet ahead of you. And when you're ready, let's just raise the arms, and then you can picture as though there's like a big tree standing right in front of you and you're hugging the tree. So you are looking at the palms of your hands. They might even be tingling by now after all of this nice work we've been doing. And picture a tree standing right in front of you, whether your eyes are open or closed, but you have this support from the sturdy structure of a tree that you know is really rooted deep into the ground. Nothing is going to make this tree fall over. And notice how strong you feel. You are exactly like this tree. You can almost picture that you have roots growing out from the bottoms of your feet right into the ground, keeping you so nice and strong that even if someone tried to push you over right now, they wouldn't be able to. You can feel the pulsing aliveness of the tree against your torso as you're both standing so strong together. And you can feel this line of just energy and life pulsing from the ground up through you and the tree together. You might notice that as you pay attention to the strength of your legs, like the trunk of a tree, helping you be so buoyant and light, your arms might even start to feel lighter, even if you've been in this position, which can be a little bit tiring. And let's just stay with this for a couple of more breaths. Feeling everything calm and still. Noticing your head reaching as though to the sky, your feet down to the earth, and you are just pulsing with life in between. And when you're ready, you can drop the arms, keep your knees bent, palms facing forward, and just notice how you feel for a moment. And say a couple of words of thanks to your body for carrying you so naturally and effortlessly through this life. How it allows you to move and to do all of the things that make you happy. Feel every single cell in your body just lit with the light and the life we've just put into it, and how that's always there for you, supporting you. And when you're ready, you can let that go and just shake the body out a little bit. Nice and loose. And we're done. So thank you so much for joining me with this practice. I hope you enjoyed it. Have a great day.